Hello people, I am Drexim and today I wanted to show you how to beat a conquest mission on super hard difficulty. So the faction we're going to be using today is once again the Soldier Man faction, the action figures or commandos, everybody calls them something different. And the map we're going to be playing on is going to be home. So what we're going to do for our starting structure is we're going to get some plastic factories and we're just going to get a small unit production. And the goal is going to be to try and get into a holding pattern while having high plastic production. So we're going to build those 4. Upgrade the HQ to max. We're going to place that just behind the bat here. That way it's fairly well defended from this corner, but it still has a good line of fire. So enemies have to get within its range in order to be able to see it, because it does do decent DPS. And we're going to get a Super Commando Army 10. And I'm going to move this onto the bat so it's easier for me to find. Alright, and let's get straight away started. So, off the bat, plastic power. I need as much plastic generation as possible. And I'm just going to wait until I can buy one more, then I'm going to go out. Alright. So another great thing about this map is there's a ton of enemies, and the requirement of points to win is 2,000. So it's very hard for you to lose early due to enemies getting a ton of points. So we're just going to try and capture these 2 points. Alright, so we got both points, so that's going to keep us getting a large starting amount of points. It just increase the amount another enemy is going to need to win. Our goal isn't to win by points, our goal is just to stall the enemies long enough for us to really get started. So, what I did see out there was a K9 super tank from the commando faction, and that's a pretty big threat. That thing has 88,000 health at base, and I believe it gets buffed by about double or so. Here, I'll pull it up here. T9K2. I like to pull out a K9. It's got 88,000 health, pretty good DPS, doesn't have much range though. And it doesn't have any sort of machine gun, so it's pretty inaccurate. It is going for blue, so it is not our concern right now. I'm going to see if I can grab the plastic. Looks like there's a bit of plastic over here. Alright, wanted to try and grab that plastic off that dead tank. Yes, this is that T9K2. That's an Abrams. So that T9K2 is the only substantial threat currently visible to us. So let's get some power radios going. This map's very easy to do and super hard in terms of getting into this holding pattern. Just because the enemies don't tend to prioritize you, due to you being in this corner kind of isolated. So playing a screen makes this map very easy. A fun faction to play as would also be orange has a pretty good position where it won't draw too much aggro. There's a dead unit out there, and it is a commando unit, so I will drop some plastic when killed. Let's see if I can go grab that. So one thing that's going to happen is ammo, my actual weapons are going to be a problem. So I am playing this without a squad, but due to my character having 40 odd promotions, I did start with 15,000 more plastic than someone without any promotions would. And it shouldn't give me too big of an advantage because straight off the bat, I was able to afford most of the stuff I planned on buying. Yeah. That grey tank is way out of its way to be there. Alright, so red is going to be the threat, and I believe from memory red is on the lower levels, which is going to be a pretty big issue. So I'm not going to be able to attack red for a while. So that's why we really need to be getting as many points as possible to stall red from winning. If we can get 2,000 points, and red's going to need 4,000 points to win, that's basically the idea. So it's going to take them twice. One more. Go kill. Alright, we've got a squad here. We've got a sniper. Yeah, it's going to be good. I love the action figures because they just have such strong units. So they really pack a punch. And they also have great player points. By far the best in the game. The AK, the sniper, all super high DPS. Plus the play character itself has DPS. It can survive a sniper shot from the army man or robot factions. Should get that. No. Alright, so we're gonna get another army tent here. 2 army tents is gonna be great. We're gonna start really putting pressure on them. Just because we have sustainable sniper production. Yep, there's a sniper. Just popping off shots into him. And missing because that's a popper and they're too fast for the snipers. Here's some good plastic lying around on the ground. We'll grab that. I've got 1 shot left on my rocket. Look like that. And we're out of ammo. Yeah, there's an action figure right from there. That's real hurting us, and we're out of ammo as well. Just completely out. See if we can find some line on the ground here. Ah. I think the sniper might have got our solid wall, so they get into there. Alright, so they don't have any spawners out, so it's just the passive starting spawns. So the pressure's not scaling. Meanwhile, we can now get 2 more army tents, 3 more in a moment. This is where we start getting pressure on. So, force, conquest, and skirmish, I do find infantry to be the most effective, especially against the action figures. In general, infantry are probably the most powerful area of the game when spammed. I find vehicles to have very poor AI, and same with the aerial units. So I find that using infantry is very predictable. They don't get stuck on each other. It's just more consistent. So what I want to buy here is I want to get the M10 sniper. With that weapon, I'll really start being able to doing some damage. Later on, I'll also be getting the AKK and the RPG. But right now, I just want that sniper. The other advantage of spamming infantry, of course, is the plastic sweepers and medics. Which, if you've seen my tier list video, I ranked both of those units in S tier alongside the sniper and for reason. Alright, so let's get over this bag, see if we can't get a couple cheeky kills. My accuracy is bad today. There we go. It just has such small hitboxes in both soldiers. Yep. Look at this. Mortars raining down hell. Snipers popping off Charlotte. Yeah. This is why I like it. Right. That's a builder. I want that plastic. That is so much plastic on the ground right there. Nice, we got the kill on that. Good job for them. I just had to switch to the sniper to finish that takeoff. The rocket range mode. Infantry AI. And in general, AI in this game is pretty bad. Alright, looks like Japan is currently in the lead, but that's an issue. That robot sniper is a good thing to get killed. Glad to see that dead. As I said before, great fire weapons are one of the favourite of my main reasons I like the faction. And that rocket just does so much damage as you've seen, frequently using it in one shot. Alright, so here we'll be able to get the last of our infantry spawners. From there, I probably want to get the helicopters, because Hawks, which are the larger, more chunky helicopters that spawn, are probably one of my favourite units in the game. So let's put those, let's grab some more ammo. And you'll see how infantry start to really take over now. If I go into the map mode, yeah, we control this whole middle area. We should be able to hold it pretty easily, especially with this new surge. So that's with only 4 infantry tensely we're holding this area. Now we have 10. Alright, so now that we have more enemies are more likely to target towards us, which makes these tanks a bigger threat. But this is why I'm not a fan of vehicles, especially these vehicles. At such short range at this bad AI that this happens. They're just dead. Didn't even get a shot off. Remember, always shift back and forth. This way you avoid sniper fire, rockets, mortar shots, everything. But you can't avoid those lasers, which I believe is a robot builder. There we go. Nice plastic there. Builder's great source of plastic. C1 killer. That's a tan tank. They must have taken a good amount of control over the lower section and sending tanks up. Yeah, look at this. Look at this army we have coming out here. Just all infantry taking over. Unless they have stuff like a ton of robot snipers and things, there's very little they'll be able to do versus much infantry power. Yep, complete domination of the middle. And you see we have just this line of snipers and mortars. Cans coming up that staircase there, and that's where they control a point. I wouldn't mind being able to push them back, it's going to be pretty hard. One thing we can do that's a little bit cheeky is come over here and build some Phoenix series turrets. These guys have good enough range where they should be able to shoot along this bridge and really chip away at enemies. As they're coming up. Especially things like vehicles and aircraft. So, I will get a single vehicle tent. I know I said I wasn't a fan of them, but I do want to just get one, and then I'll also get a helicopter. The reason I just want to get one is so I have a sustainable source of brake units, like line breakers, like the T9K2, or the K9, as I call it. So what I mean by line breakers are units that have so much HP that they can really push through front lines a lot better than other units. To really get to the HP. This way, every time one of those falls, it is going to do serious damage to the enemy base, especially because it'll help support all the infantry behind it, snipers. That's why I wanted the infantry first. Infantry, great at holding positions, stopping enemy attacks. They're not as great on offensive as vehicles, but skirmish, what you really need is these holding positions. And you see now that the infantry has the cover fire from the Sea-Wiz, we're just walking down here. We'll get our 4th point, and then we can win by a point. There's an... What even is that? CBR1. It's not a great heli, but it does do alright DPS. It's nothing compared to the Hawk though. Snipers here, just great positioned. It's hard to get these units once they get down. Really want to take out that builder though. Builders are a bit of a threat. Because they can increase the enemy threat by building spawn. Especially those commando builders I don't want to be alive for too long. The longer they're alive, the more at risk I am of having more spawned threats later on. As well as more static defenses. This is going to make the map take longer to beat. And my goal is to do this fast. Right now, we will win, if nothing else changes, we will win in about, what is that, 600 or so seconds? But that's pretty slow, so I'm going to get more heliports. Hawks are very powerful units, as I said already, and I probably will say a ton. One of my squad members that I normally would play with is a Hawk. Using it, I can beat the... What is it? The Billiard Room, I think it is? Whichever the map it is on the pool table. In only a few minutes. I think under a minute's my best time using it. Because it just does so much DPS. And we're going to grab a medic backpack. Actually, I forgot to grab something. Maybe AKS Stephanie. Actually no, that's really on a good spot now that I think about it. It's not going to be as great, you know. Alright, so we're keeping 4 points captured. Ideally, we get reduced 9 points Tan has by a bit. Tan's currently the biggest competitor. So we can slow Tan down. We'll get it 400 points sooner. D9K2 here. Low accuracy, low fire rate. I was about to say you can probably walk straight past it, but then again I was walking in a straight line relative to it, so hit me in the back. I'll get another heliport. Problem with the heliports on this map is they are aggroed down there, so I think they actually said I'd rather get a vehicle tent. The medic tents are kind of useless. Medic AI is pretty shitty at the moment. They don't do much of anything. Right, so 1600 points for us to win, but we're only making 3 per tick. And once red catches up to 10, we'll only be making 2 per tick. So at this rate, it's still going to be a little bit more while before we get a win. Let's grab another vehicle tent. The armored car is pretty nice, I will say. It's got good speed as well, which is always important. Yep, that's an M1A, high HP. That's where medics go, when you have those sort of vehicles around. There's a builder, it looks like. I think that's what that weapon is, a robot builder. There's that T9K2. So, one thing I can do if I get up there, I could spawn mortars up there or even on the toilet seat. But I think enemies will find and destroy them. Just like that. Alright, so another vehicle tent. More ground pressure. More pressure. Yep, and there's our T9K2 rolling out. It's really not at first, but we're going to watch this one. And that's a hawk there that just went down. That's a couple hawks, actually. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, Black has a bit of a choke point in that area. Just because they've had so much time to build up staff defenses without people destroying them. So there's a lot of firepower there. Let's see how we're going at the top though. Blue's in its spawn. Green, we're making entrances into its spawn. Dead T9K2. Red, we're making entrances into this spawn. And see, there's just so much build up. Which is what I was talking about a moment ago. That turret is scary. I actually didn't know the robots could build those on T9K2. That is good to know. Those turrets from memory, I think 11,000 DPS. Pretty decent. So I'm glad I got that early. That could have been a threat. We're just running around, distracting it. Just trying to stop us from shooting too many of our men. And there we go, we got the kill. Missed the sniper. Would have loved to get that sniper kill for more plastic. More enemy, more pressure. We just need more pressure. Let's keep building more and more pressure. And now I think I will make the medic tents. Now that we've got a pretty good production of things, because that's where the medics really shine. So we'll just get these 5 medic tents. It's only 100k plastic. I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna come to here. And we're finally gonna get best weapon in the game. Well, arguably one of the best weapons in the game, the RPG rocket. Get 2 more ammo sets. Alright. 25 minutes in so far, we're not doing too bad. It's gonna take probably about 10 to 15 more minutes. It's only gonna get faster from here. Alright, so let's see what it's like on the ground. Alright, so we see black over there. That's the threat. It makes all of our helis useless. And here, just proves that one of our largest competitors. Shit. That's CHS. Is that what that was? Yeah, damn. You don't see those very often. They're one of the few tanks in the entire game that don't spawn from any vehicle spawners. And they're probably one of my personal favorites. They're these guys here. They actually have more DPS than a battleship from memory. And pretty good HP. Well, not great HP, but pretty good range. They're basically a tank destroyer. I just really like them. They don't spawn naturally from the vehicle tanks though, which is really interesting. Just an interesting bit of balance, I guess. It would be kind of insane if they did spawn. We're not making much progress where our forces are too divided. What I'm really excited for in this game is to see an update where you can set rally points for spawners. Looks like we're trying to make good progress versus yellow. More than anything. There we go, there's a hawk there. I just went down. There's another hawk there. That means black's dead? Can't get a good angle on that. Oh well. Grab another vehicle tent. Let's keep this warning rolling. And why not another 2 medics? Yeah, so we're mainly focusing on the downstairs at the moment, it looks like. Alright, so let's see if we can make out some static defenses. So we're going to grab some distance. Get over to like here. Actually, first of all, I'd love if we could grab that for me. So we might be able to hold that for a while. And we are got enough points, it looks like. We only need 400 more. We're going to be making 3 on red per second. After this. So that's not very many at all. Alright, so let's put out the sniper. Let's start taking out these static defenses. Let's get rid of that wall. Just so I can feel a bit more. Let's get that water dead. I reckon there might be some turrets behind that wall there. Waiting for that wall to disappear. It's dead already. Man, those robot flamethrowers look sick. Yeah, it looks like there's a missile turret there behind that wall. Just can't get a clear shot on that with that wall still. Should break in just a moment. There we go. That should help our helis a good bit. Yeah, now that I've got a good position, I'm really popping off with the sniper. Fall my back into things. There we go. That's the win. Alright, so let's make our way upstairs. Collect the medal. That guy was flossing the way down. Alright. Well, this has been how to easily beat Super Hard Invasion using the action figure faction. We'll probably do a guide like this for every type of game mode with every faction. So currently I've done Invasion and Conquest for the Super Hard. So let me know in the comments what game mode you'd like to see next. But yeah. That is it. Not too bad, honestly. It's pretty easy once you know what you're doing. And hopefully this guide does help you. Anyway, see you around, gamers.